This is Good Morning Suncoast. We're here for you.
And good morning, Wednesday, October the 4th. Glad you're with us. I'm Ray Collins.
And I'm Stephanie Roberts. Great to be with everyone this morning. And we're off to another bit of a cooler, fallish start. And if you get out early enough, you will get to see a gorgeous, almost full moon. So a nice start to the day. Yes, it makes for a nice morning commute. We're going to check in now in the forecast. First Alert Center with Wendy and see how things are going this morning. Good morning.
Good morning, Stephanie. We are looking at fair skies for some parts of our viewing area, and other parts are starting to see some cloudy weather moving on in. And right now, temperatures are mostly in the mid-70s. That certainly is helping to give you that feels like cooler weather out there, but it's the dew point once again that has come to our comfort level of 66 degrees right now. So that really does help things feel a little bit cooler out there. 73% humidity. The winds are going to be a factor once again today. Coming in out of the east-northeast, we could see them gusting up to 30 miles per hour today. There is that possibility. We experienced that yesterday, and so that's back in the forecast today. 20% chance of rain only. Lots and lots of sunshine will allow our temperatures to get up to very close to 90 degrees. And we're also going to be looking at the tropics. That's coming up just a little bit later on. Stephanie.
All right. Thank you, Wendy. Look at State Road 70 showing some buildup in the westbound lanes as you get close to 301, otherwise all clear in Manatee County. Farther south, that earlier buildup on 41 toward the North Trail has since cleared up. All good right now in that section of Sarasota County. And farther south, nothing much to report. All good at 6:02 almost on your Wednesday morning.
Our top story this hour, the girlfriend of the Las Vegas shooter was greeted by FBI agents in Los Angeles last night after being named a person of interest in the mass shooting earlier this week.
President Trump is arriving there today in Las Vegas. Meantime, police are showing some dramatic footage of officers frantically trying to figure out where the shots are coming from. ABC's Marcy Gonzalez has the latest from Las Vegas.
This plane landing in Los Angeles overnight from the Philippines. On board, gunman Stephen Paddock's girlfriend, Mary Lou Danley, now a person of interest in Sunday night's mass murder at this country music festival in Las Vegas.
Hey, they're shooting right at us, guys. Everybody stay down. Stay down.
The spray of bullets lasting for as many as 11 horrific minutes. These newly released body cam videos showing brave police officers rushing people to safety.
This way, this way, this way, this way, this way, this way.
And now our first look at some of the 23 guns, including an AR-15 outfitted with a scope Paddock fired from his 32nd floor hotel room into the crowd below. Part of the arsenal found scattered on the floor once police made their way in and found he'd taken his own life. Investigators revealing Paddock also set up 2 cameras in the hallway, another in his room.
So that the suspect could watch as law enforcement or security approached his room.
Police now hoping Danley can help shed light on the planning and motive for the massacre that left 58 people dead, 530 others injured.
I don't know, like it still hasn't fully hit me. Like it's kind of starting to, but not fully.
President Trump traveling here today, meeting with some of the survivors and their families. He also plans to personally thank the medical professionals, first responders, and some of those heroic civilians who risked their own lives to save others. Marcy Gonzalez, ABC News, Las Vegas.
We will continue to bring you coverage of the developments surrounding the mass shooting in Las Vegas. Remember, you can get instant alerts on breaking news by downloading our My Suncoast app. You'll get important news updates, weather forecasts, and traffic alerts right to the palm of your hand.
Florida Attorney General Pam Bondi was in Las Vegas yesterday to help shooting victims of the latest mass killing. Using experiences from the Pulse nightclub massacre in Orlando last year as a reference point because Bondi's office spent months helping victims, which was the deadliest shooting in U.S. history prior to this week. Bondi says the 2 tragedies share many unfortunate similarities beyond the number of casualties.
It's getting the deceased out to their respective states to be buried, flying in family members, flying out the injured, all the other people back to their home states to reunite with their loved ones.
Bondi's staff is also helping train volunteers to assist with grief counseling, set up funeral arrangements, and get flights for out-of-state family members.
The daughter of legendary singer Johnny Cash is calling on the country music industry to, quote, stand up to the NRA. Roseanne Cash wrote an op-ed piece in the New York Times. In it, she says, point blank, the NRA funds domestic terrorism. She also says it bullies musicians against speaking out. The singer calls for artists in the country music world and other genres to push for common sense gun laws.
New this morning, the House of Representatives is moving forward with new abortion restrictions. The legislation would criminalize abortions after 20 weeks of pregnancy. There are exceptions if the life of the mother is at risk and in cases of rape or incest. Some opponents are calling it unconstitutional. President Donald Trump showed support for the bill before he won the election. In a statement on Monday, the White House applauded the House for getting the bill passed.
President Trump spent the day touring hurricane damage in Puerto Rico, and he made a very unusual analogy of two storms. President Trump said that at least the situation in Puerto Rico is not as bad as Hurricane Katrina, pointing to a death count that officially stands at 16 in Puerto Rico compared to more than 1,800 who died back in that 2005 storm. Less than 7% of residents in Puerto Rico have power, and less than half the population has access to drinkable water.
And dozens of people held a protest near Trump Tower in New York last night, rallying support for Puerto Rico in the wake of Hurricane Maria. The main criticism facing the Trump administration, the slow pace of federal-led recovery efforts.
Thousands of evacuees in the Caribbean due to Hurricane Maria are now in Florida. Royal Caribbean's Adventure of the Sea cruise ship carried about 4,000 people into Broward County yesterday. FEMA officials are now helping these people apply for federal aid to help cover storm losses. Before picking up evacuees, the ship delivered essential supplies to hurricane-devastated U.S. territories in the Caribbean.
A new measure recently filed in the Florida legislature would set aside at least $100 million per year for Florida Forever. That is the state's most prominent land preservation fund. In the past, the fund received almost $300 million a year, but for a decade has fallen out of favor among lawmakers. This bill has drawn praise from environmentalists across the state.
Oftentimes, when it comes to environmental issues, things have to reach a crisis level before there's forward thinking on it. But we're kind of at that crisis level on multiple fronts. So now's the time for more action by our state legislators.
Florida Forever has weakened since the recession as key legislators have questioned the need for Florida to buy more land while struggling to maintain the land it already owns.
The Fort Hamer Bridge will be back open soon in Manatee County. Officials say the bridge will reopen on Wednesday, October 18th. It'll cut down area traffic. It connects Lakewood Ranch to Parrish. Very handy bridge to have. Drivers got to use that new bridge for the first time a few days ago, or I should say for a few days last month, when it was temporarily opened to help evacuees and traffic flow before and after Hurricane Irma.
And that's going to make a big difference on I-75 to not have to cut over for that and be able to, use our eastern
Great concept.
edges.
Big growth up there, so a great idea. Yeah.
Looking forward to it.
We just need more roads, don't we? I mean, we just need
Anywhere.
more ways of getting out of here, right? So we've got some interest in the tropics right now. We're going to be talking about that when we come back and what we can expect for the next couple of days in our forecast.
Also ahead, first alert traffic, and after years and years of debate, Manatee County has approved thousands of homes on Sarasota Bay.
We'll tell you what's next for Aqua by the Bay when we come back.
We've all heard how military veterans adjusting to the civilian world may have certain issues.
30. 70.
If only everyone had this issue. No matter what challenge they face, Easter Seals is here for America's veterans.
There's never been a better time to call California Closets. Now during our autumn upgrade event, save up to 20% when you upgrade to an Italian-inspired wood grain finish. Contact us for your free design consultation today. Visit our showroom or online at californiaclosets.com.
Today, everyone is looking for more fashionable choices in flooring than ever before. And G. Fried has responded with a huge selection of carpets, tile, wood, laminate, and vinyl. Installed by a highly skilled team, G. Fried has got everything you're looking for and more. The next time you think about quality flooring, think G. Fried Flooring America. G. Fried Flooring America. Our world is at your feet.
Credit card debt can ruin your life. If you owe $10,000 and minimum payments are siphoning away your paycheck each month, you can get debt-free in less time than you think.
I've paid $800 a month for the past 3 years and haven't changed the balance on my credit card.
Get debt-free now has a program to reduce your debt, stop the harassing phone calls, avoid financial ruin, and settle for less than you owe.
I feel like a huge weight has been lifted off my shoulders.
You're pre-approved for our special hardship program if you owe $10,000 or more. Upon payment of your new lower balance, your debt will finally shrink until you are debt-free.
My family no longer has 30 years of payments ahead of us at 20% interest.
There's no fees until you see results. So call now, make one monthly program payment, and free up your cash. Resolve your debt.
Call 800-685-6422, 800-685-6422.
The following message is brought to you by Mesobook.com.
People who have been diagnosed with mesothelioma have many questions. How did I get this disease? What are my treatment options? How will this affect my loved ones? You need answers, which is why we offer a free book written by medical professionals who have treated mesothelioma.
Call toll-free at 1-800-777-1366 or go to Mesobook.com.
Get breaking news alerts focused on the Suncoast. Download the ABC7 News app.
There's never been a better time to call California Closets. Now during our autumn upgrade event, save up to 20% when you upgrade to an Italian-inspired wood grain finish. Contact us for your free design consultation today. Visit our showroom or online at CaliforniaClosets.com.
Well, as you walk out the door, the first thing you're going to notice is that there is a little bit of a dryness in the air, once again, just like yesterday, and of course those winds. They're going to be very strong, coming in out of the east-northeast, 15 miles per hour, sustained, gusting up to 30 miles per hour. That's what it did yesterday. It'll do the same thing today. Today, though, there's only a 20% chance of rain in the forecast, and as a result of more sunshine, we'll see our temperatures getting close to 90 degrees. And you can see these winds. They are a little bit stronger at the beach, 23 miles per hour in Anna Maria, 18 miles per hour on Siesta Key. You move farther inland, they're a little bit less. And as we head on down the coast, we're looking at pretty much the same thing. Minnesota at 19 miles per hour, Englewood 18. Again, you go to Northport, only 14 miles per hour. So that's what's going on around the state and around our area. And around the state, we're looking at the rain showers that have been developing throughout the morning hours. They're making their way over to the west coast, falling apart as they move over central Florida. They're running into some drier air, so they're not being sustained very well. And as they come across our viewing area, they're just kind of falling apart. So we only have a 20% chance of rain for today, and most of us are looking at fair skies. But down to the south, in a couple of hours, we could see some rain showers moving in across Punta Gorda. Then we get a quiet spell, and then we're going to see more rain coming in later on this afternoon. Very widely scattered light showers are going to be moving on through just as they did yesterday, but keep in mind the rain chances are quite low today. 75 degrees right now at the airport. We've got fair skies. If you look outside quickly, you might even see, as Stephanie was mentioning, we've almost got a full moon out there, and we've got dew points at 66 degrees, and that's why it feels more comfortable outside as a result of that lower dew point. And of course, we are going to the tropics, and we are looking at a system that is looking as though it could develop. It's right here, just to the east of Central America, and it is going to be moving on up towards the north. Air Force reconnaissance planes are going to be going in to check out the system and see what's going on there. Right now, we believe it's going to be moving into the Gulf of Mexico, and once it moves into the Gulf, we really don't know what it's going to be doing. It's too early to tell, so day by day, we're going to continue to bring you updates so you know what's happening. But we're expecting to see a 70 to 80% chance of developing into a tropical storm. So that's what's going on. And our forecast models showing the wet weather just off the coast of Miami with another wave that's there. And of course, down to the south, we're just going to continue to monitor this system as it moves. You can sort of see those counterclockwise bands over the next couple of days. So it's definitely something to watch. And for us across the area, we've got a 20% chance of rain today, but we up those chances starting tomorrow. Stephanie?
All right, thank you, Wendy. Something to keep an eye on. We're keeping an eye on the roadways right now where we are looking at quiet conditions across the area. A little bit of a backup on State Road 64 getting off I-75 and State Road 70 in both directions picking up in volume, but no major slowdowns. As we head to the south in Sarasota County, things are moving well. No problems. Fruitville, Bee Ridge, and Clark Roads. I-75 is accident and delay free. And as we look into South County, it looks like we are off to a good start on a Wednesday morning. It is 6:16, and after months of back and forth, Manatee County commissioners are now approving the controversial Aqua by the Bay project.
Developers used a special land use meeting to convince the commission and the community to give this huge project the green light. Our Dwayne Lindo tells us what this means now for Sarasota Bay.
Manatee County resident Andy Melee doesn't hold back with how he feels about Aqua by the Bay.
Well, it's a crummy project. There's no question about that.
His group, Suncoast Waterkeepers, serves to protect and restore Florida's environment. He says the developer is doing quite the opposite.
It's overstuffed. It's jacked up to maximize profits at the expense of the environment and the people of Manatee County.
The Medallion Homes development between El Conquistador Parkway and Sarasota Bay would include more than 2,300 multifamily and 500 single-family homes, proposing 16 buildings up to 95 feet high.
In order to pack in the permitted number of residential units, they're going to have to create a virtual wall of buildings. There's no way to avoid it. There's not enough property.
But the main issue, according to Melee, is the estuary enhancement area proposed by developers, which could be 8 feet deep in some portions.
That's what this is all about. That's why everybody's here. That's why all the torches and pitchforks are out.
Created behind a valuable mangrove fringe.
This is where all the fish and a lot of the shellfish, so many commercially important species are protected and nurtured and fed among the roots of the mangroves. And it's the last 2-mile stretch of really high-quality wetlands left on Sarasota Bay.
Despite the opposition, developers say they are committed to doing this right every step of the way.
We have revised the wetland impacts from 13.29 acres to 7.93 acres.
Dwayne Lindo, ABC 7, your Suncoast News.
This initially was called Longbar Point. It was turned down. Back to the drawing board, came back again and again and again. Countless meetings, and finally yesterday it was approved.
And there's always the debate between development, which means more business, which can mean more tourism, and then of course protecting our land. So
that's right.
We'll have to see how it comes out.
It's a long, bare stretch of road called Elcon Parkway.
Right.
It's right there in Sarasota Bay when you pass by it. It seems like a very empty spot there right now.
The good news is there's a lot of road already out there, so that should help things, hopefully.
6:18 right now. Still had Good Morning Suncoast. New text messages coming to light in the LSU hazing death.
We'll tell you why a group text involving the words Bible study may have been code for something else. Stay with us.
There are many choices when it comes to AC companies. Our advice? Choose a company that performs employee background checks and is licensed with top manufacturers like Daikin. Daikin offers a 12-year parts and labor limited warranty. For better comfort and value, call Elite Heating and Air.
Are you currently on Medicare? In other words, do you carry the red, white, and blue Medicare card? If so, are you suffering from chronic back pain? If you answered yes, you may be eligible for a pain-relieving back brace covered by Medicare at little to no cost, shipped directly to your home for free. These medical-grade back braces are ideal for lower back pain, arthritis, spinal disorders, and other chronic back problems. Our accredited staff will handle all of the Medicare paperwork for free, and best of all, your brace is shipped directly to your home for free. Don't let chronic lower back pain slow you down. Get moving and stay active with a medical-grade back brace covered by Medicare at little little to no cost. We also accept Blue Cross Blue Shield, United Healthcare, Aetna, Humana, and other insurance. Will you qualify for a medical-grade back brace covered by Medicare? Find out for free.
Call Back Brace America at 1-800-715-0835. That's 1-800-715-0835, 1-800-715-0835.
The Venice Area Chamber of Commerce Consumer Expo is coming to the Venice Community Center October 6th and 7th from 9 to 3. There'll be free health screenings, door prizes, and products and services from 75 area businesses. You can also enter to win $100 in 5 drawings each day. Enjoy the great food court and see new boats and cars in the outdoor display. Parking and admission are free. The Venice Area Chamber Consumer Expo, sponsored in part by ABC7.
I'm calling in regards about my mother, and I'm here, and I just want to thank you because it saved my mother's life yesterday. And I'd like to know the names of the people that came in and saved her so I could call and thank them. And she's doing fine. It's a wonderful thing. Thank you.
When you fall and cannot get up, an accident can turn into a tragedy. But with Life Alert, one touch of a button can get you help fast.
Life Alert saves a person from a catastrophe every 10 minutes.
Life Alert is a lifesaver. If it weren't for Life Alert, I wouldn't be sitting here today.
For a free Life Alert brochure, call 1-800-652-3012. That's 1-800-652-3012. Call now 1-800-652-3012. For a free brochure, call 1-800-652-3012.
There are many choices when it comes to AC companies. Our advice? Choose a company that performs employee background checks and is licensed with top manufacturers like Daikin. Daikin offers a 12-year parts and labor limited warranty. For better comfort and value, call Elite Heating and Air.
Well, each day the morning staff loads fresh material on our respective Facebook pages for you to check out. So go to facebook.com, Ray Collins, ABC7, and you'll see some pictures I took yesterday driving around town. It dawned on me I saw the big flag near the local car dealership once again at half-staff.
I saw that as well, yes, throughout town. So that was obviously something that was requested for Las Vegas.
Sure, I mean, growing up years ago, half-staff was something you saw once every few years. Now it's every few weeks, it seems, in our society. It's kind of sad, isn't it?
Yeah, interesting observation. It is 6:22 right now, and investigators say there is new evidence in an LSU hazing death that indicates pledges were forced to drink alcohol.
ABC's Candace Gibson has the latest.
This morning's GMA First Look. Louisiana State University police say text messages are at the center of the investigation of the alleged hazing death of 18-year-old pledge Max Groover, dying just a month into his freshman year. Newly released search warrants allege Groover and other pledges received a group text telling them to attend Bible study. All of this at the frat house. Now, police say that was code for a kind of question and answer session. Wrong answers meant more alcohol. Investigators say, according to several witnesses, the pledges were forced to drink in excess. Police say sometime after midnight, Groover was highly intoxicated and was placed on the couch, but it wasn't until 11 hours later when someone went to check on him and could not tell if he was breathing. And we'll have much more on what these new search warrants reveal coming up at 7 a.m. With your GMA First Look, I'm Candace Gibson, ABC News, New York.
Your body was made for better things than rheumatoid arthritis. Before you and your rheumatologist move to another treatment, ask if Xeljanz is right for you. Xeljanz is a small pill for adults with moderate to severe RA for whom methotrexate did not work well. Xeljanz can reduce joint pain and swelling in as little as 2 weeks and help stop further joint damage. Xeljanz can lower your ability to fight infections, including tuberculosis. Serious, sometimes fatal infections, lymphoma, and other cancers have happened. Don't start Xeljanz if you have an infection. Tears in the stomach or intestines, low blood cell counts, and higher liver tests and cholesterol levels have happened. Your doctor should perform blood tests before you start and while taking Xeljanz, and monitor certain liver tests. Tell your doctor if you are in a region where fungal infections are common, and if you have had TB, hepatitis B or C, or are prone to infections. Xeljanz can reduce the symptoms of RA, even without methotrexate, and is also available in a once-daily pill. Ask about Xeljanz XR.
Hi, Chef Jim and Chef Alan here from Publix Aprons Cooking School. Alan, what delicacies are you cooking up for us today?
Well, we've got a honey balsamic chicken that we're going to do, and it's got a little bit of vegetable and fruit with it. So let's just work on the glaze to begin with. We're going to use a little balsamic vinegar here, and we're going to use a little bit of honey here as well. And it's about a half a cup of, your recipe will say about a half a cup of vinegar to 3 tablespoons of honey. So it'll have a little tang, a little tart to it, just the way we like it. And we've got a little mixture of Italian blended herbs here. We've got basil, oregano, a little thyme that we threw in there as well. We'll put that right in. So what you want to do is bring this to a boil, real nice, let it boil, and then as it cooks and it cooks and it cooks, and we're going to do this. That's the time that it took to cook, and just look at how nice that glaze comes out.
Magic of TV.
Magic of television, it works every time. So we got a little chicken breast there. What we did with the chicken breast was we just added a little salt and a little pepper to it. We put a little olive oil in the pan. So we want to brown that chicken, and this chicken is absolutely beautiful. It's got a little caramelization right there, nice and shiny, ready to go. The last part of the dish that we have is we have some Brussels sprouts right here.
Love
beautiful.
Brussels sprouts.
Love them. You can steam them. Your recipe says to microwave them, which is great. You can do that as well. We have some beautiful red pears here, very, very nice. We're fortunate these are really ripe, so you don't necessarily have to cook them too long. You can cook them a little less, but depending on the ripeness, you may have to cook them a little longer, which is great. And right here we have some butternut squash. Great thing about Publix is we cut this and have it ready for you, so you don't have to worry about cutting it. I'm telling you, it's the truth. It's a great thing. Then what we do with those is we just mix these 3 together, okay? And that becomes a beautiful part of the dish.
Alan, that is amazing.
Thank you.
Starting tomorrow, be sure to stop by your Publix Aprons Simple Meals kiosk, pick up the recipe card and all the ingredients, sample the dish, and take it home and make it yourself. We'll
Great.
see you there. Thank you very much.
Thank you, everybody.
Outdoor living is one of the greatest perks about living in Florida. So whether this is your style, or this, or maybe this, contact Superior Pools. They've been building pools from Sarasota to Naples since 2001, and they would love to build yours.
Today, everyone is looking for carpeting that lasts longer. G. Fried has you covered with Karastan. With a legacy of quality and integrity, we provide you with a huge selection of Karastan carpets with exclusive lifetime limited warranties. All installed by our highly skilled, highly knowledgeable team. Come ask us why Karastan is the best and most durable. G. Fried Flooring America. Our world is at your feet.
Since 1972, Sleep King has provided quality mattresses and accessories at the best discounted prices available. Top brands like Simmons, Sealy, Serta, Beautyrest, iComfort, and more. With available free delivery, free financing, and free setup and removal. For a comfortable night's sleep with same-day delivery, even if we have to carry it on our backs. Trust Sleep King of Sarasota. Buy it today, sleep on it tonight.
This is an important medical announcement. Bard IVC filters have been linked to punctured veins and problems with migration. Anyone who's received a Bard IVC filter must receive medical monitoring and may be entitled to substantial compensation. If you have the Bard Recovery G2 or G2 Express filter, you are in a class of patients who should be compensated for some expenses. Call now for a free assessment of your case and potential money damages. This call is confidential. There's no cost and you may be eligible. Juries have awarded millions of dollars to people who should have been warned about the risks of the Bard IVC filters. Call the IVC Filter Hotline if you or a loved one has received an IVC filter and experienced a vein puncture or required medical monitoring. You must call now.
Call 800-329-3089. 800-329-3089.
I took my first handful of pills, and that's when all my priorities seemed to change.
He would ask to use the bathroom in other people's homes.
He just assumed that they would have medication.
He'd go in their medicine cabinets and steal prescription drugs.
I wish I knew really what these prescription pills were.
We were so naive about the whole drug thing.
These are all synthetic forms of heroin.
Keep your medication locked up because you'll never notice that a pill is gone.
Mind your meds. Learn more from the Partnership for Drug-Free Kids.
Keep up with the Suncoast. Watch your favorite ABC7 shows on your streaming device.
Outdoor living is one of the greatest perks about living in Florida. So whether this is your style, or this, or maybe this, Contact Superior Pools. They've been building pools from Sarasota to Naples since 2001, and they would love to build yours.
Sarasota's bayfront into a world-renowned destination. We'll tell you what's expected next. Those stories and more right now on Good Morning Suncoast.
Live from the ABC 7 studios, this is Good Morning Suncoast. We're here for you.
And good morning, up to 6:30 now, Wednesday, October the 4th. Glad you're with us. I'm Ray Collins.
And I'm Stephanie Roberts. We are off to a nice start this morning, a little bit cooler.
Yeah, breeze.
Some places able to see a very pretty moon, so let's see if we're going to have a pretty rest of the day. We'll check in with First Alert meteorologist Wendy Ross. Good morning, Wendy.
Good morning. We are looking at partly cloudy skies and a few more clouds down to our south and fair skies to our north. And temperatures right now are mostly in the 70s, and it's the winds. That's what you're going to be noticing throughout the day today. We've got those winds coming in out of the east-northeast, 12 miles per hour right now, but they could gust up to 60 or 30 miles per hour a little bit later on. And part of what's making it so comfortable outside is that the dew points are low, so there's that drier feeling in the air. There is a 20% chance of rain. Very, very widely scattered showers are likely later on today. 89 degrees is going to be our daytime high. And right now, most of the rain is well to the south of us, but we've got a couple of showers that are moving on in from the east coast, trying to make their way through the west, having a tough time because of the drier air that's sitting around our area, and so they're being a little inhibited. However, we do have a 20% chance of rain for later on this afternoon.
All right, Wendy, thank you very much. Checking First Alert traffic right now. A couple spots there in Manatee County on 301, State Road 70, 14th Street West. Nothing major at this hour. Farther south now into Sarasota County, some blips on the screen there along the bayfront, Fruitville 301. Again, nothing too bad right now. And South County will show us some slowdowns 41 northbound after you get past the 41 bypass. 631 right now.
And topping our news this half hour, the latest from Nokomis, where detectives say a man shot his wife, her 2 kids, and then himself.
Adam Cellini has details of what police are calling a double murder-suicide.
Neighbors near this home on Kenwood Avenue watched an argument between a husband and wife turn violent Monday night.
She threw something over the house and found out now it was a cell phone. So it must have been his cell phone. Next thing you know, he hit this girl so hard in the chest, we could hear it over there, knocked her down.
Thomas Ferguson says the fight between Anthony Isrig and his wife, Susan Ritigliano Garcia, continued back into the home. Investigators say another neighbor approached the house to help when Isrig came out, got into a car, and sped towards that neighbor, hitting this white car.
He got out like nothing happened, walked back in the house, and a couple minutes later, we heard 2 gunshots. Saw him come out the door with a shotgun or rifle or something. And I just took off running.
Ferguson called 911 and the Sarasota Sheriff's Office arrived around 11:13 p.m.
What we knew last night was that there was a shooting, and that was kind of the basics of what we knew. This morning, things have evolved quite a bit.
The Sheriff's Office investigation revealed Isrig shot and killed his wife and her son, 18-year-old Matthew Beagle, inside the home. Then he apparently turned the gun on himself. Ritigliano Garcia's daughter, 17-year-old Joanna Beagle, was also suffering from gunshot injuries and airlifted to a local hospital.
She's in critical condition right now. We're just waiting to hear about her status, and hopefully she's going to be okay.
A man who lives in a separate unit on the property says he was friends with the family and was heartbroken when he heard what happened overnight.
Found out from the neighbor that there's 3 casualties which really upsets me.
The Sarasota County Sheriff's Office is now saying 17-year-old Joanna Beagle is expected to make a full recovery from her injuries. However, when she does, she will be without her mother and brother. In Sarasota, Adam Cellini, ABC 7, your Suncoast News.
Thank you very much, Adam. It was a national night out across the country last night, and local law enforcement came out in full force. Police departments in communities like Sarasota, Northport, and Holmes Beach brought everyone together. There's supposed to be fun, and part of it, from face painting to demonstrations, the event had something for everyone. But the most important part, according to law enforcement, is the interaction with residents.
It helps us build relationships and actually have a good time with the people in our community while sharing crime prevention tips.
I think it's very important for kids to have positive interactions with police officers so that they bond together and really trust one another, and it just builds up the community.
Nationally, the event is typically the first Tuesday in August. However, Florida and Texas have the option to move to October due to hot weather.
Speaking of law enforcement, happening today, your chance to have coffee with a Sarasota police officer or the chief. Every few months, police make themselves available to sit and talk to any resident who wants to speak about law enforcement concerns. This morning's event's being held at the Serving Spoon on Osprey, just north of Hillview. The event runs from 8:30 a.m. until 10 o'clock this morning.
An alert this morning for people living in Bradenton. The city has issued a boil water notice for residents after the area experienced a loss of water pressure due to a power failure. As a precaution, all water used for drinking, cooking, ice, brushing your teeth, washing dishes should be boiled for 1 minute. We'll continue to update you on when this notice ends right here on ABC 7.
Voters in Sarasota County will have a chance again to decide on an additional surtax for education. A vote will be held in March on a higher tax for the next few years. Some opponents wanted to move that referendum to the general election when there will be a larger turnout.
I believe that ultimately the whole purpose of a referendum is to have voter input to support something, and historically special elections result in incredibly low voter turnout. 2014 we had less than 16% voter turnout, and also there's an additional incurred cost to the district, which was $330,000 in 2014.
If we put it on in March, we do a campaign, everyone knows it's on there, everyone can vote, there's an absentee ballot. I've signed up for absentee ballots, so I automatically get a ballot. There's no reason, no one is being disenfranchised.
Well, in the end, the board voted 3-2 to keep the referendum in March, this despite the pleas of the entire local state legislative delegation to move it.
Weeks after Hurricane Irma hit Sarasota County, the impact can still be seen in front of thousands of homes. Sarasota says it could take until December for all vegetative debris to be completely cleared. The county expects to pick up 250,000 cubic yards over the next few months, and homeowners can speed up the process by putting small piles of debris out for the Waste Management weekly pickup. Trash collectors can pick up debris in the trash cans weighing less than 40 pounds.
Out in the open, it's not next to power poles, it's not near power lines, it's not over fire hydrants.
The county is renting 10 trucks from subcontractors to help speed up the pickup process, and they are expected to arrive in Sarasota County within the next week.
You'll once again have a chance to give feedback on renovation plans at the Sarasota's Bobby Jones Golf Course. A consultant suggested $21 million in improvements at the city-owned 100-year-old course. The upgrades include renovating both courses, adding a new clubhouse and driving range. Now, most commissioners don't want to spend that much money on the project, but they are looking in various ways to pay for enhancements. The only one against it was Hagan Brody, who referenced the millions of dollars the complex has lost over the past 10 years.
I grew up playing on Bobby Jones at the golf course there, and I want to make Bobby Jones work. I'm looking for realistic plans that keep Bobby Jones in the public domain. More importantly, keep all of that space as open green space.
The city will host workshops after staff reviews all the options. Speaking of golf, Northport police looking for the thieves who broke into a local business and stole half a dozen golf carts. The crime was caught on camera by a local Publix store. 2 employees there saw a cart on a trailer and got suspicious. They called police, and the owner of the caddy store confirmed that 6 of the carts had been taken. If you can help, call the Northport Police Department.
Affordable housing may be on the way to the Rosemary District in Sarasota. City commissioners took the first step toward building affordable workforce housing earlier this week. The city agreed to put $3 million toward a project called The Lofts on Lemon. That's at Lemon and 9th Street. It's a former public housing site that has been cleared for years. The president of the Housing Authority says this project will be priced for a wide range of people.
This is the last free land we have to build affordable housing on. So I think it's a great opportunity. We're also going to have set aside some park space here on this site. So I know people who live in Rosemary are all of a sudden becoming very concerned that with all the zero lot line developments, there's no green space, there's no park space. So we're hoping this will accomplish 2 major needs for the community. One is being affordable workforce housing, and the other is some park space.
The city had been letting students park there from the Sarasota Military Academy, and now it is hoped that a combination of city, state, federal, and private funding will make the project reality.
This is the week that volunteers from Bayfront 2020 are looking to hire a firm to redesign waterfront space. Bayfront 2020 officials have started the first round of interviews to select a design firm to complete the upcoming project. The group hopes to transform more than 42 acres of land from Boulevard of the Arts north to the 10th Street boat ramp. Officials began the international search for a design company months ago, and they say they have narrowed down the options to the 4 top finalists.
They're basically going to be providing their qualifications, their expertise, presenting some ideas. Ultimately, I think what the group and the city are looking for is a team that has that vision, that big vision, but also a team that has the right chemistry to work with us in the city. You know, and ultimately, as we move forward, like I said, this has an opportunity to be one of the greatest projects in the country.
And those interviews are being open to the public later on today at the Robert L. Taylor Community Center. And the future of the Van Wezel could be in jeopardy. They might want to upgrade to a larger facility. That is also on the table right now.
Which is good or bad, depending on how you look at it. I know it has a lot of history, but as we grow, we may need a bigger facility.
They can get larger acts if they have more seats.
Right, and bigger stage space.
Right.
I just have to laugh because my husband is a native of Sarasota. I've been here forever, and just all the changes that we've been seeing all these years, it's just amazing. We are really, really blessed to be here.
Yeah, sure.
It's just such a great community, and how wonderful to have those kinds of projects going on.
Exactly. That's valuable space. I can't wait to see what we do with it.
Oh, I think it's wonderful. So we are looking at some windy weather as you walk out the door, some drier air as well. We've also got some tropic stuff that we have to talk about just a little bit. Yeah.
'Tis still the season. Thank you, Wendy. Also still ahead on Good Morning Suncoast, we'll have your first alert traffic. And is there a connection between obesity and cancer?
We'll tell you why new research suggests the extra pounds could be affecting your cancer rates when we come back.
There are many choices when it comes to AC companies. Our advice? Choose a company that performs employee background checks and is licensed with top manufacturers like Daikin. Daikin offers a 12-year parts and labor limited warranty. For better comfort and value, call Elite Heating and Air.
Being the caregiver for my husband is truly a blessing, but sometimes it's easy to lose a part of myself. To be my best, for him and for me, it's important to have time to be able to recharge. When I called Tidewell Hospice, they gave me the chance to do just that. They helped me find the time to care for myself, all the while with the peace of mind of knowing my husband is in the very best hands. Tidewell Hospice, it's more than you think.
You studied hard, went to college, and achieved your dream, but it turned into a financial nightmare. If you have federal student loans and you'd like to reduce your payments, get more time, or have your loans completely eliminated, then we have good news. With one call to Student Loan Relief Services, you can find support and guidance. We've already helped thousands of people, and we can help you too. If you have $10,000 or more in federal student loans, you can qualify for payment extensions, payment reductions, or you may qualify to have your federal student loan completely forgiven. Call Student Loan Relief Services now to find out about your options. Take control of your finances and get out from under this burden. One of our student loan experts has the answers to your questions and great solutions to ease your financial burden. We're here for you. Call Student Loan Relief Services now.
Call 800-759-0203, 800-759-0203.
Hi, I'm Chef Bob. Watch Aprons in the Kitchen every Wednesday morning on ABC7, where we'll be serving up the most awesome dishes. Then stop by your neighborhood Publix, pick up the recipe card and all the ingredients.
Let me introduce you to the ultimate Florida window. Do you feel safer with this or this? You'll be proud too.
Buy more, save more. Volume discounts on 4 or more windows.
There are many choices when it comes to AC companies. Our advice? Choose a company that performs employee background checks and is licensed with top manufacturers like Daikin. Daikin offers a 12-year parts and labor limited warranty. For better comfort and value, call Elite Heating and Air.
Well, once again, we have fair to partly cloudy skies across our viewing area along the west coast, and a few showers trying to make their way across the state, but they're running into some of this drier air that's sitting on top of us, and so they're dissipating before they actually make it on in. So we will be seeing the opportunity for rain later on today with a 20% chance of rain, and those showers are going to be widely scattered once again. If they come on through and you happen to be under one, it'll be moving through very quickly, and most of the rain is going to be on the light side. The winds are going to be a real factor once again today, and you'll notice that along the coastline the winds are the strongest, 24 miles per hour up in Anna Maria, 17 miles per hour in Longboat Key. Then you get away from the islands and it's just a slightly less wind, but we are going to be seeing wind gusts of up to 30 miles per hour today. So just as it was yesterday, we're going to experience the same sort of thing today. 75 degrees out there right now, fair skies taking place, that drier feeling in the air, that's the dew point, and that is now down into the 60s, and so as a result it feels a little bit more comfortable outside. Those winds are still strong coming in out of the east-northeast at 12 miles per hour. And in the tropics, yes, we're still in the hurricane season. You know, that goes all the way through the end of November, and this is the area that we're looking at right now. Air Force reconnaissance planes will be going in to check out the system, see if there's a center developing. Over the next couple of days, it's going to continue to lift on up towards the north. We're expecting it to move into the Gulf of Mexico, and once it gets into the Gulf right now, it is too early to tell what it is going to do, so we're just going to have to sit and watch and wait and just see what's going to happen with this system. So stay tuned because we'll let you know what's happening, but this is the track that we're expecting right now, is that it will be moving into the Gulf of Mexico, and there is a 70 to 80% chance that it could become a tropical storm. So that's something we're just going to continue to watch. In the meantime, we've got across the southeastern part of our state, just offshore, we've got that counterclockwise circulation. We've been watching that, helping to bring about more rain starting tomorrow, and then we're going to continue to watch this system as it moves on up towards the north. You can see the counterclockwise circulation there, and these two factors will help to bring about far greater chances for rain for our area, and that is what's going to be taking place over the weekend. Cold front helping to bring in some rain showers across the nation, sort of slicing us in two. High pressure across the southeast and the low pressure system off the coastline of Florida. That's what's helping to create all the winds that we're experiencing, and that lasts throughout the day today. A high of 89 degrees with only a 20% chance of rain today, but we up those chances tomorrow to a 60% chance, 50 to 60% chance. Stephanie.
All right, thank you, Wendy. We'll make weekend plans accordingly. For the morning commute, you can plan on pretty smooth sailing through Bradenton this morning. Starting to see volume on the bridges, but no major delays. 301 busy in both directions, but I-75 still moving well. It's quiet in Sarasota. No problems across Fruitville, Bee Ridge, and Clark roads. And as we look into South County, no problems on I-75 and things moving well on 41 as well. In this hour's Health Smart, we know that being overweight is not good for our health, but does it have an effect on cancer rates? ABC's Serena Marshall takes a closer look.
With our waistlines growing, so is obesity in America, with approximately 1/3 of adults now labeled as overweight. And it's not just bad for your heart. A new CDC report summarized data from United States cancer statistics between 2005 and 2014. They saw an increase in the overall rate of cancer for Americans younger than 75. Cancers of the kidney, endometrium, thyroid, pancreas, liver, stomach, as well as postmenopausal breast cancer. Altogether, cancers associated with being overweight or obese accounted for 40% of all cancers diagnosed in 2014. That was just over half of all cancers diagnosed in women and a quarter of those diagnosed in men. There is some good news, though. The third most common cancer in the U.S. and another fat-linked cancer, colorectal cancer, decreased 23% between 2005 and 2014, probably because more people are being tested for it. More colonoscopies means fewer cancer deaths. The message of all of this: shrink your weight, shrink your cancer risk. With this Medical Minute, I'm Serena Marshall, ABC News.
Entertainment news now. Mourners are placing flowers on Tom Petty's star along the Hollywood Walk of Fame. Tributes to Petty on social media have come from fans and other legends, including Bruce Springsteen, Neil Young, and Sir Paul McCartney. Petty passed away a few days ago after a heart attack. His Traveling Wilburys bandmate and former ELO lead singer Jeff Lynne tweeted that Tom Petty was the coolest guy I ever knew. Hugh Hefner passed away last week, and now an A-list actor has been cast to portray him in a new movie. The Hollywood Reporter says that Jared Leto will portray the magazine founder in a new movie. He passed away last week, but the movie has been in development now for the past 10 years. Hugh Hefner's death certificate reveals that he suffered from a recent bout of E. coli and a severe blood infection. It also says he passed away after going into cardiac arrest and suffering respiratory failure. He was laid to rest over the weekend at the Westwood Village Memorial Park Cemetery next to his first cover model, Marilyn Monroe. You could say they each made each other more famous back in the day.
I guess that would be true. And interesting that that movie has been in development for so long.
Yeah, and now it's being fast-tracked, I guess.
Right, well, yeah, the interest is there.
How about that choice, though, Jared?
I don't know about that. I'm gonna have to clean cut, shave down a little bit. Little Mountain Manny for...
Bring in the makeup artist.
Yeah, we'll see how that goes.
We'll update the day's top local news headlines next. And a man in Texas is being praised for his human-sized watermelons.
We'll tell you how and why he's growing the massive fruit after this.
There's never been a better time to call California Closets. Now during our autumn upgrade event, save up to 20% when you upgrade to an Italian-inspired wood grain finish. Contact us for your free design consultation today. Visit our showroom or online at californiaclosets.com.
Attention, Americans eligible for Medicare. Are you getting all the benefits you're entitled to? Did you know there may be money available to lower your medical prescription costs? Call Health Markets and we'll tell you if you qualify.
Hi, I'm Dr. Martin Jeetsi. It's a new Medicare year. That means more changes and more confusion. The key question is, what can you do now to ensure you get the care you need in the coming year?
Call Health Markets today. You may qualify to save money on prescriptions. We'll help you find plans that may cost less, cover more, and could even lower your prescription costs to increase your savings. We help you find all the benefits you're entitled to, and we do it at no cost.
Make sure you have what you need to get the care that's right for you.
Find out if you qualify to receive extra help with your prescriptions. Call the number on the screen now. Representatives are standing by.
If you have Medicare, I have 3 things you'll want to hear. There's an all-in-one Medicare Advantage plan from Humana. It includes Medicare Part D prescription drug coverage, and it may save you money in so many ways. It's all in this book, and it's yours free just for calling. You'll see all the ways the plan might save you money, even on prescription drugs. In fact, last year, Humana Medicare Advantage prescription drug plan members saved an estimated $6,500 on average on their prescription costs. And you get all this coverage with an affordable monthly plan premium, and in some areas, no plan premium. Even if you've looked at Humana before, you need to take another look at this plan. We'll send you the decision guide absolutely free, in a slightly smaller size, of course. Discover the all-in-one Medicare Advantage plan that could cut your costs and cover your prescriptions. Call 1-800-824-8241 or go to humanabigbook.com. The savings are too big to miss.
The Venice Area Chamber of Commerce Consumer Expo is coming to the Venice Community Center October 6th and 7th from 9 to 3. There'll be free health screenings, store prizes, and products and services from 75 area businesses. You can also enter to win $100 in 5 drawings each day. Enjoy the great food court and see new boats and cars in the outdoor display. Parking and admission are free. The Venice Area Chamber Consumer Expo, sponsored in part by ABC7.
What to do when your heating or air conditioning needs service or, heaven forbid, replacement? Call Air Now today. We've been serving Sarasota and Manatee County since 1946. We offer $49.95 tune-ups, lease or finance options, and remember, service today or it's free.
The ABC7 First Alert Hurricane Guide arms you with vital information when severe weather threatens the Suncoast. Visit mysuncoast.com and download yours today.
There's never been a better time to call California Closets. Now during our autumn upgrade event, save up to 20% when you upgrade to an Italian-inspired wood grain finish. Contact us for your free design consultation today. Visit our showroom or online at californiaclosets.com.
Here's your chance for coffee and conversation. Coffee with a Cop today at the Serving Spoon, which opens in about 6 minutes. There they are getting ready on Osprey near Hillview. Sarasota Police will be there to talk about any of your concerns involving law enforcement.
Absolutely. Nice way to sit down and ask any questions you might have and just kind of help bridge the gap a little bit between the community and law enforcement. We appreciate Sarasota for doing that. We are coming up on 6:55, and here are some of the top stories we're following for you on the Suncoast today.
An investigation is underway into a double murder and suicide in Nokomis. Detectives say a man shot his wife and her 2 kids. One of the kids survived.
The Manatee County Commissioner has approved the Aqua by the Bay development. Thousands of homes on hundreds of acres on Sarasota Bay are on the way.
And Tampa Bay Rays once again are in last place for attendance. Some say it's the stadium's location in St. Pete, away from downtown Tampa.
Speaking of in and out of Tampa, St. Petersburg, and around the Suncoast, we are looking at nice traffic conditions, although if you are headed over the bridges in Palmetto, they are definitely picking up in volume. Good news is I-75 not slowing down at this hour. No problems Fruitville, Bee Ridge, and Clark roads, and things moving well in South County as well. Wendy?
We are looking at very windy conditions for the rest of the day with wind gusts of up to 30 miles per hour. Only a 20% chance of rain. Highs will be back up into the upper 80s.
And finally, talk about a green thumb. A Texas man is turning heads with his human-sized watermelons. It took 3 people just to lift Joey's 4-foot-wide monster onto a scale. It's still growing. It weighed 150 pounds. The melon is named Roberto, and honor the guy that built the greenhouse. This weekend, big competition with other watermelons weighing 300 pounds.
I wonder if they're any good to eat at that size, or if it's like cucumbers and squash and they get seedy and nasty.
Big seeds.
Yeah.
We're leaving now with a shot of the 10th Street boat ramp, some work being done there, and also a small craft advisory today.
Yeah, breezy conditions according to Wendy, but enjoy the sunshine. Rain showers are on the way as well. Good Morning America is up next.